G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel, and here we are again out on another amazing beautiful day. Today we are at Tàpapakanga Regional Park. This is southeast coast of Auckland. I've done a few videos along this part of the coastline before, so hopefully you'll really enjoy this one. Apologise if I look away every now and then, the scenery here is just magic. So I've just arrived in the car park. I'm just standing on part of the bank. This is just an amazing park, so I'll pan around a wee bit, give you a quick look, and then we'll go do some exploring. I thought today we might do the coastal walkway, which sort of goes around the park in a loop. But we'll go down and have a look at there's a historical cottage on the beach. Very historical place this for European and Māori, and just awesome. I haven't actually been to this one before, so this is all new for me, so I'm going to see what you're seeing for the first time. But first look, just beautiful. So let's have a wee pan around. The sun's behind me and it's pretty bright, so I might go into a bit of shadow here, but gee, how's that? How good is that? Car park behind me. Just fantastic. Another family friendly park, easy walkways all around the park, and they're not very long, 5-6 k's. Some of them are less than that. You can walk along the beach, it's very flat. You can just hang around the cottage and the beach. Beautiful day. There's lots of free gas barbecues throughout the park. Great for families, big car park, lots of seats. It's just wicked. So anyway, come along, we'll go and have a look. Tàpapakanga Regional Park. It's around 197 hectares, so it's quite a big park, coastal. There are several tracks in here, a number of tracks, 3 main tracks. You got the farm walk track, which basically goes up around the back and comes down and joins up with the coastal walk track, which is one that goes along the beach and does a big loop too, and it does eventually join up with the farm walk track, so they do join together. So you can do either or. They're not very long. You know, they're enough for a good walk. Take the kids, get some exercise, and you love it. There's a bit of a summit, a couple of high spots where you can get some just amazing views out over the park here. It is a farm park too, so there are animals further up the top there as you drive down. But it's just beautiful, you know. It's officially we're on the Firth of Thames, so we're at Cleveland coast, but we're actually Firth of Thames, and that's the water you'll see later on in some of the shots. And of course in the background over the way is the Coromandel coast, because we're not too far from, we're just out of Oreiro Point, we're not far from Kaiawa, Miranda, and then of course after that, you know, you're looking at Thames, so we're not too far from Coromandel. But you come down Dairies Road, and as it takes you down to the park entrance here. Just a beautiful spot. But you can do a lot in the park. There's walking tracks, hiking tracks, mountain biking, swimming, fishing, and of course there are 3 campgrounds which are just superb. And if we have a look over here, I'll try and get them in the picture. I'll give you a good shot of it later on, but there's 3 main campgrounds. There's the Seaview campground. It's closed June to October, so these campgrounds are only open summer months, but they're pretty cheap. That's one where you can have caravans and tents. Okay, the beachfront campground, that's tent only, and again it's open summer, closed in the winter. And of course the other one is which is the other campground. There's a beachfront campground, Seaview campground, and there is another campground actually, the Waikaha Stream campground, but that one there is only accessible by sea kayak. It's a bit further in. You can walk in, but you do have to get permission, so you know, ring Auckland Council and you can get permission to actually walk the track into the other campground, which is basically a campground you can access by sea kayak. So yeah, they've got some rates on here for camping. Don't know if you can see them, they're actually slightly out of date. It has gone up. Campgrounds, adult $16, child $6.50, infants free. Okay, I looked on the website last night, it's actually $17 I think, or $17.50. I'll put it up in the notes on the screen and in the description so you know, but still pretty cheap. Okay, there's toilets, there is fresh water, potable water, but you do need to really boil it for 3 minutes just to be safe. Got something crawling on my leg down there. Get off. But it's a beautiful day. And dogs and pets, just before we take off, dogs and pets, you can have dogs in here on leashes. There is a certain point in time where dogs are prohibited. And where does that say? Here we go. Between July 1 and 30th of November, dogs are prohibited from the park totally. And that's because it is a farm park, so there are lambs and calves and things, and of course they don't want dogs getting loose and attacking those things, so, you know. But in the times in between those months, yeah, dogs are welcome on leash. Right, we've just come in through the gate, beautiful picket fence and gate to the Ashby homestead. See it there behind me? Amazing colonial style cottage, built in 1900, so it's pretty old. And the Ashby family lived here. Amazing. They had 14 children. 14! Pretty busy. Now, I think it's a 3-bedroom homestead, I'm not sure, but you imagine back in the day, a house this size, which would be huge in the terms of properties back in those days. But 14 people? Don't know if they're all here at once, but hell, that's a lot. But check out the view behind me. Imagine coming out your front door in the morning and seeing that. Just unbelievable. So we'll go and have a closer look, eh? So I'm just looking at the information sign in the window here of the homestead. We can't go in. I can see inside slightly, but you probably can't because of the shadows. But yeah, amazing. It's in original condition. Obviously been refurbished. Okay, the Ashby homestead. The Ashbys bought this land in 1899 and worked hard to tame it. James and his older children cleared the site for the house and prepared the Puri stump foundations. Puri is a native New Zealand tree, beautiful tree. They had bought the house as a kit set. Ah, okay, so they didn't build it themselves, they bought it as a kit set. When the parts arrived by boat, they helped the builder Billy Man construct it. The house was made primarily of kauri, as was the norm at that time. Yeah, definitely, our kauri's trees were decimated for timber. In 1900, the start of a new century, James, Rebecca and their 10 children moved in. 4 more children were to be born and raised here. 14 kids! Remarkably, the house remains close to its original configuration and condition. The timber ceilings and floors are original, as are some of the wall panels and the sash windows. Amazing. Alice, Layla, Ashby had scrim removed and some rooms relined with hardboard in the 1950s as the wallpaper had become torn and tatty. The lino in this front room was designed to look like a rug and features ferns and foliage. Amazing. Let's see if I can get in and get a bit of a closer look at the photo here. Try and get out of the reflection. Amazing, the Ashbys. But they weren't the first people here. This was Māori land, okay? And from what I've read in the archives that I've been able to find, the Ashby family got on very well with the local Māori and local iwi, hence being able to get hold of the land. There are a number of tribes that own this land, and a lot of land around here. Very historical, very important to Māori. This is where a lot of the original landings in New Zealand happened, to be honest. As they explored the Hauriki Gulf, these were some of the first points where some of the waka landed. So there's a lot of history there. I don't know it all, and I don't pretend to know it all, but well worth checking out. And of course, you know, the local Māori are here today, descendants all around this whole area. Awesome spot. This is the beachfront camping area. Tents, vehicles can come to this one, but it gets a bit steep going up the hill, so you can see behind me another area up there for camping. All of this area, it's all beachfront camping. If you have a look, it's not a bad view from your tent, is it? Tap water right here. Great spot. Of course, there's no one here camping because, as I said earlier, the season shuts off May through to, I think it was September. We'll check that out, but it's basically closed for the winter period, open for summer. So summertime there'll be heaps of people here. Even though there's no one here today, we are autumn coming into winter, so yeah, nobody but little old me. And here you can see here, this is one of the barbecues. The gas barbecues, and they're free because no fires in the park. It's just a rule in Auckland here in outdoors public spaces. Go and have a look. Great setup. They have locks on them, so I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. That'll be for the bottle, I guess, so people don't steal all the gas bottles. But pretty good. Got a ignition system there. You can't see me, it's a bit dark, I'm out of the light. So yeah, all the buttons to control it are on the front, and there's a cooktop. So bring your grub, have a barbecue on the beach, free. And there's a few of them too. I can see one about 200 yards away. And there's another one further on from that. So I don't know exactly how many there are, but there's plenty of them. So good job, Auckland Council. nothing worse than spending a day at the beach and being starving and having some meat and realise you didn't bring a barbecue. Oh, where are we now? Okay. Fisherman's car park. Great. We just pan around. That's where we come from. Only sort of 10 minutes back that way, 15 minutes back to where we were on the beach, so not too far. Probably only come a kilometre. So we'll do the other 4 or 5 and make our way back. Here we go. Awesome spot, just awesome. So there's no camping in this bit, this is private farmland, so you've got to remember that. But you can go, if I sort of pan around a wee bit, you can go up that way. Way in the distance up there is another marker pole, red and yellow, the farm loop track, and that takes you up to a point where there's a summit and you can have a good look out right over the top of the trees out on the coast. So we're not going to do that today. I'm going to try and get some lunch in soon, pull the billy out, boil up a cuppa, have a brew. But I want to do that down in front of the cottage just to give you a little bit better look at the beach and the coast and everything. So we'll carry on walking and we'll head down. Well, before we head back down the track, the Tàpapakanga track, back down to the beach and work our way back around, have some lunch, we'll just we'll stop in here. This is a little cemetery. With some of the ashbees in here, so we'll go and have a look. I didn't actually even know this was here, so yeah, pretty amazing. So we'll have a look and take a minute and carry on. Well, certainly couldn't think of a nicer place to finally be laid to rest anyway. And of course around here there are urupa too, which is where Māori bury their dead whānau, the ones who have passed. There are a number of sites around here on the coast, not the urupas but other areas which are fenced off with signs saying tapu, so please don't enter, don't go in there. Archaeological sites, and very sensitive, just get out of the sunspot. Very sensitive to the local iwi, so you know when you come to the park and you see those marked off areas saying tapu, archaeological site, or even just tapu, then yeah, and they're roped off, don't go in them, you know, pay your respect and stay out of them, and that'll be good. Right, let's get this track down to the beach and get back to a seat. Put the billy on, have some lunch. I'm hungry and thirsty. I've wandered around a fair bit. Oh, it's beautiful though. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that down there. Nice and cool up here in the bush too. Beautiful. We're heading up to a high spot now, so we should be able to get a really nice view from up here. I'll pan around. My goodness. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. And that behind me is Coromandel. How good is that? Just beautiful. And there's no one here. I've seen a few sheep and 2 rangers, and that's about it. Oh, we've come back down the track, down to the beach. Just going to cross over the stream. Hopefully I can get across without getting my feet wet. Bit of a whisk today, aren't I? Beautiful day. Oh no, I don't think so. I've only got sandals on, so let's okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I might do. I might be able to get over there. Let's see, bro. Huge amount of wildlife here too. You know, you can hear the seabirds in the background. There's some out there swimming about. You know, there's heaps of different trees here too. A lot of our indigenous trees. The hutakawas, puri, tawas, kawakawas. A lot of other different trees. Cabbage trees, there's ferns. Amazing, you can see the Pūtakawas up there behind me on the cliffs. Incredible. A lot of, I think there are pied oyster catchers here. I think there's black oyster catchers, there's herons, there's wood pigeons, fantails, tuis, there's pheasants, quail, all sorts of birds here too. So there's plenty of wildlife in the park, and you'll definitely hear a lot of bird life when you go trekking around. But for me, I better concentrate and hold on to this camera. I don't want to drop it in the drink. Ooh, that's a bit cold. Wasn't too bad. Been a great day. Sun's pretty warm, you know, we're end of autumn coming into winter. Still a bit of heat in that sun, but unlike the middle of summer when I did some of these videos, I'm not getting frazzled, which is great. And I've only got my little pack on, so that's a bit easier on my shoulders. But a fantastic place, so easy to get to. Spend the whole day out here, just awesome. Bring your mountain bikes, mountain bike trails, you can ride along the foreshore here. It's just good. And as all the Auckland regional parks are, everything's free. Except for the campsites, of course, we've got to book those. And you can do that online, aucklandcouncil.co.nz, or actually that's wrong, check it in the description. I think it's aucklandcouncil.government.nz, but I'll put the link in the description. And you can see it on all the other regional parks too in the Auckland area. There's the same link. Basically just search Auckland City Council and you'll find it. But it's been awesome, I've enjoyed it. Great day out. Not a soul, no one. I saw one person when we stopped in at the very beginning. It was servicing the toilets and everything. He buggered off. And then I think there was one person over here somewhere, and that's it. One or two vehicles coming, you can see rangers and whatever, farmers up the way. There are stony roads through the whole thing, so watch out for those. If you've got kiddies with you, you hear them coming, you know, a mile away, little four-wheel drives and things, so buggies, so keep an eye out. But no, we're just going to walk back now, back to the cottage, find a wee spot, one of those lovely little park benches, have some lunch and drink, and wind it up. Great place to bring the kids. Just, you know, everything here is free, easy tracks to walk around, great little beach. Sandy down this end, down further by the seaside campsite. It's totally sandy, so it is a good place to swim. Further up there's a lot of rocks, but down here is great. So, yep, $17 a night in the camp spots, cheap as chips, free gas barbecues, and come down, walk in, spend a night or two or three or four, and you're away laughing. Just an awesome spot to be. Beautiful place. Lots of bird life, awesome walks. Kids safe. Just watch them on the rocks down the other end there, just for their footing, you know. But bloody good. Can't beat it. Well done to Auckland Council. They make these places a fantastic place to come. Family friendly. I'm just, forgive me if I'm stuttering along, I'm just trying to get into their coffee. Frothy coffee. And caramel latte. Have a wee drink. And I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the view. Have my sandwich. Well, it's not a sandwich actually, it's one of those roll up pita bread things. But cheers everybody, thanks for watching. I'm just going to relax now, enjoy the sun, have me sandwich, cuppa, then I'll pack up and head back. It's been a great day, If you like this sort of thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. Got a lot more regional parks to come and a lot more overnight camps. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Cheers. Cheers. How good is that view? Spectacular. Just unreal.